Hey, welcome to What We Thought. I'm Kevin, and New Year is coming up, and man, I got to tell you, this is going to be a new series of I'm going to be converting a bedroom into a bathroom and a closet. Now, it's not a very big bedroom, and that's kind of why I'm doing it. But I'll tell you what, I got this house 3 years ago, and I've done a lot of work on it. And I wish I would have started this channel 3 years ago and showed you the progress and even just painting the walls. Over here on this other wall, I put up drywall over this ugly wood wall. I've put the flooring in the kitchen. When I moved in here, it had some busted old ugly tile, and I've blended it all in with the luxury vinyl planks. And the kitchen has been redone. It's just mostly been repainted. You've probably seen it in the videos, but the countertops have all been replaced. Just a lot of stuff around the house that I wish I would have videoed to show you. Just little home improvements that you can do. Just little stuff, even just painting. And painting, it's not difficult to do. The hardest part is deciding what color, right? So anyway, this is a 4-bedroom house when I bought it. The bedrooms are not huge. The primary is, I think it's 11, maybe 11 and a half by 13. It's not real big, but it does have an ensuite, which is a small vanity, a toilet, and a small shower. I mean, the room is very small. It's like 4 feet by 5 feet, maybe. Very small, but at least the primary has its own restroom and shower attached to it. So that's awesome. The closet is real small. It's, well, the 30-inch deep by, I don't know, what is it, 6-7 feet with the sliding doors in the front. That's what it is. And then the second bedroom or another bedroom is about 11 by 13, maybe a little bit smaller. And then there's one across the hallway, and it's like 11 and a half by 15 and a half. It's much bigger, feels bigger, all around better. So what I'm going to do is that's going to be the primary. And then the old primary is just going to be a guest room where the guests have their own bathroom. But so the fourth bedroom, which connects to this one over on this side, these two are over here. Well, the fourth bedroom is 9 feet 3 inches by 13 feet. So it's, I mean, you could get a twin bed in there. It would be an okay bedroom for a child, but it's not very big. I was using it more as like a flex room. I had it set up with games and toys and stuff for when kids came over, they could go back there and play. But now I'm going to take it over. I'm going to put a doorway into it from the new primary into there. And I'll tell you, figuring out how to lay it out, I've probably done it 3 or 4 different ways, and each time it just wasn't right. You think that 9 by 13 is going to be big, and it's not. Especially when you get a shower and a toilet and a vanity and wanting to put a closet. I wanted to put a walk-in closet, but by the time you walk into a walk-in closet, it takes up a lot of room. So anyway, I've got it laid out. I'll share that with you soon. This is going to be a series. It's not necessarily a how to demo a wall, how to frame up a wall. It might include some of it. I just want to show you the process of converting a bedroom into a closet bathroom that's going to be more functional. It'll turn the house, yes, it'll turn it into a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. But if you watch my other channel, I did show my little 1-car garage is too small for a 1-car. And if I want to go back to a 4-bedroom, that little 1-car garage can easily be converted into a bedroom, which, if I need to, I can. For right now, we just use it for crafts and storing a lot of junk right now. All the Christmas decoration boxes are all just stacked up in there right now. But I have darts on the wall. We use it as a game room, craft room. I got cabinets in there to film other cooking stuff, which I've done once. But anyway, so that can be a 4th bedroom if necessary. For value, if I ever sell it. I may never sell it. But so the process, you gotta draw it out. And like I said, I've done this 3 or 4 times, and you know, you get these grand ideas, oh, we could do this and that, and then you actually get the tape measure out and use actual dimensions of how the space you need for a toilet, the space you need for a shower, the vanity. And that this is a bedroom, so there's a window, and the window really messes things up. And it's the front of the house, so I don't want to change the way the front of the house looks on the outside. If I put a different window or took the window out, it would just look terrible. So finally, well, Elizabeth helped. We came up with a design that I think is going to work out. It's not necessarily going to be a walk-in closet. It's going to be a nice big closet. We're actually going to have a freestanding tub. We're going to have a shower and the toilet. You know, I wanted a water closet, but once you start putting up the dimensions for a water closet, which means the toilet inside a separate room, it just takes away even more space. And like I said, 9 by 13 is not that big. I will be removing a wall, which will make it 9 by 15, but it's still not enough to do everything like we really, really wanted, but it's going to work and it's going to be nice. So anyway, process. So once you figure out the layout, I mean, measuring, and you know exactly what you want. And I'll show you what I did to figure out to make sure everything was going to fit here in a minute. But you got to draw it out, and then you got to get a permit. Well, that was after figuring it out. That was step 1 for me, getting a building permit. Okay. I actually went down to the city. All I took with me was kind of a crude drawing of the current bedrooms, what they are now, and then of the and then another one of how I want that bathroom, the layout of the bathroom. And you know, it's not to scale. I just talked to the guy. We talked about it. You know, he asked how my ceiling joists were running. The wall I need to remove is not load bearing. And basically, I just need to remove a wall and build a closet. The shower, the tub, the toilet. I'll hire a plumber. I'll hire an electrician. Excuse me, got hiccups. But all that stuff will be done. Could I do it myself? Well, yeah, but then I have to take a whole builder's test at the city before they'll allow me to touch any of the plumbing. I'm not a plumber. I can do a lot of electric, but I want to have it done right. I don't want to be the one crawling up in the attic. I don't want to be the one crawling underneath the house. I am on a subfloor, so that makes it a little bit easier for the plumbing. All right, so let me go show you what I did back in the room where we want to create this. Okay, so see, here's the hallway to the bedrooms. That's the primary back there. This is a guest bedroom right here. This is going to be this is the new primary here, and this is the old master here. And I won't show you how small and tiny that bathroom is, but it does have a bathroom. And then there's a hall here. I do have a full bath here with a tub. So this door here is going to be closed in. And then we're going to enter from over here where, you know, I just have some drapes here on the closet currently. And this, I cut into this wall already. So we're going to have a doorway here. And what I did was I went ahead and marked this off with tape, blue tape. I measured it, marked it, put the tape down. And so that way I know for sure what I want to put in here is actually going to fit. This right here, I was wanting to do a water closet right here. This is where the wall would go. That's where the toilet would be. The shower will be over here, but the problem was there wasn't enough space right here or even between here and the shower to get in. So what we're going to do is not make it a closet. We'll have this wall come out probably a little ways past where the closet's going to be. Have a little bit of privacy where the toilet is. It's just not going to be its own separate room. Shower, we're not having a big elaborate shower. It's going to be like a 48 by 36 shower, and that's going to fit right here. This square right here is below the window that I was telling you about. This square right here, what I'm going to put is a freestanding jetted bathtub, heated and jetted. That is my air return, so that's going to be able to stay there because it won't be blocked off. I taped the floor right here. This is going to be a double vanity. This wall right here is part of the wall that's going to come off. I need to take this wall. Let me close this door. I need to take this wall. This wall will come down. So that's going to give us an extra 30 inches. towards the other way. This used to be a closet right here, and it was a very small closet, and this was the room. So yeah, 9 feet 3 inches this way. Yes, you can get a twin bed in here with a couple of nightstands. The closet is very small. Would make a good kid room. I don't have any kids, and guests that come, I don't fill the house up. It was a good flex room, but now we're going to use it as a bathroom closet. So I showed you the vanity is going to be here, freestanding tub, shower, toilet. Now this line right here is going to go through that wall another 30 inches because this wall's coming off. And then what we're going to have is a 4-door, 4-panel sliding closet. It's going to be right there. So even though it's not a walk-in closet, it kind of is, because we're walking into this whole room where the bathroom is, and we can get our clothes out here and change our clothes or whatever. You know, we can have a bench that we can sit on once this wall's gone. But anyway, yeah, so that door will be gone. That'll be all enclosed. Obviously, I'm going to have some electrical done. There's no electric on this wall at all on either side. So taking this wall out should be a breeze. I say that now. And then it only has one little ceiling fan up here. And the plan is to take that down and put probably 6 or 8 can lights in the ceiling. And I want to have the can lights strategically placed in the ceiling so that when we slide open the closet, we can see the clothes that's inside the closet. All right? I don't know if that will make sense to you, but for me, I got to be a little visual. And by putting the blue tape, measuring, you know, actual sizes, and putting the blue tape on the ground, it just shows me that it's going to work. Because we thought about coming in here and having a walk-in closet and a toilet and shower and vanities, but by doing so, we would have had like a 6 or 8 foot hallway in the bathroom, and I just didn't want that. It's going to be, when you walk through the door right here, it's going to feel like open concept bathroom. And anyway, I see it in my mind. and then putting it on the floor, like I said. All right? What do you think of that? Okay, and as for the new primary, what's going to happen with this closet, I marked it on the ground where that door is over on the other side. So from here over, this will all be enclosed and part of the bathroom, part of the closet in the bathroom, part of the bathroom. And then it's going to leave us with, from that wall there, approximately 30 or 35 inches over here. It's going to allow us to put some kind of a cabinet in here. Not sure what we're going to use it for, but it's going to be an opening, so we're going to utilize it. We don't need a linen closet there because when you come around this way, this here is a linen closet. So, yeah, all of this has been redone. That wall right there, just like I said, used to be a very small. It used to be very ugly, and this rock fireplace was pretty bad. Yeah, it's still just after Christmas. I got these tiles here that we haven't done yet. And we're thinking about possibly painting the rock fireplace. It doesn't look so bad now that I drywalled and matched the paint. So, but this, it has a rock base and it's pretty ugly. So I need to cut my tiles and make that all look nicer. It's a functioning fireplace, but it needs a lot of work, and I'm not burning wood anyway, so I just put one of these electric fireplaces in here. We don't even use it for heat. I have central heat. So anyway, that's the fireplace in this wall. Stuff that I did, like I said, there's the kitchen flooring. Redid the kitchen flooring, painted everything. And I got to tell you, you should have seen this place. Okay, now that I've taken you through the house, let you into a little bit of our personal life here. That's the plan. It's going to be a new series. Like I said, I'm not a contractor, so I'm not going to try to show you exactly how to do everything. There might be steps that I will, but you know, I know that I may show it one way and I'll get a contractor in here telling me, oh, you're doing it all wrong, blah, blah, blah. But I will be doing it to code. Everything will be done right. And A lot of it will just be me working in there, or Elizabeth and I working in there on fast motion, and hope you enjoy it. Come back, check it out. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a happy new year.